So now that you know what to start looking for to be your own health behavior detective and how psychological inflexibility could be getting in the way of your weight loss and glucose management, let's talk about the opposite. What's actually going to help you? In another video, I noted awareness, openness, and engagement is what we want to be aiming for. But let's break down these 6 skills that you need to train up your metabolic health and help you on your health journey. They're actually opposites of the 6 problem areas I just mentioned. So number 1, acceptance. Just like recognizing when you're stuck in a rip current and swimming to the side instead of swimming against the current, acceptance is a critical skill you can develop, which lets you be willing to tolerate and even welcome the hard stuff in your weight loss or metabolic health journey without quitting. In the military, my clients have sometimes called this embracing the suck. Sometimes people get acceptance confused for giving up, but they've got it wrong. Acceptance is saying, damn, I gained a few pounds when I was trying to lose a few. This is so frustrating. And what can I do about it right now? Acceptance by itself isn't enough. It's just the first step toward making a change. Second, mindfulness. Related to accepting whatever happens on your wellness journey, once you accept whatever's happening, whether you like it or not, you disarm a stressful situation's power over you. That's when you can start to curiously poke around your experience and see where you can make some changes. The definition of mindfulness I like best from Jon Kabat-Zinn, scientist and founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction, is paying attention on purpose in the present without judgment. Note, there's zero mention of clearing or emptying your head or positive thinking here. It's really not the point. Mindfulness in a weight loss journey usually comes in the form of tracking your behaviors, whether that's on a phone, in an app like Signos, logging your food or other behaviors like stressful events, exercise, and sleep, and using wearable technology to give you real-time data about your body that you can use in context with your own experiences and your own history. Mindfulness is just about recognizing what's going on in your body when it's happening so you can choose to act if that's actually going to be helpful for you. Third, another helpful skill to cultivate is what I like to call unhooking. Remember I said earlier, thoughts have a funny way of masquerading as truths. Unhooking is just noticing that thoughts are thoughts, mental events generated by your brain in an effort to keep you safe. Unhooking involves being aware that a certain thought is happening and not letting it rule your next move. Basically, unhooking is living your life and practicing those helpful health behaviors that you most want for yourself while recognizing thoughts are just mental chatter that you don't have to listen to if it stops you from doing a useful behavior, like sticking to your nutrient-dense food choices. A real-world example here is actually when I went to yoga this weekend. The teacher prompted everyone to do a certain pose during vinyasa, and I had a cascade of thoughts while doing the pose that went something like, I'm gonna rip in half now. My arms aren't strong enough to do this. I should have practiced at home first before coming to this teacher's class because I knew it would just be too much for me. I'm gonna fall over and break my toe. I should stop right now and come back tomorrow when I'm more in the mood for this, when I'm more rested. Any one of these thoughts could have led me to stop in my tracks, collect myself, and leave. My thoughts were saying, this is just too hard. I can't do it. In this instance, unhooking looked like noticing I was having this thought through mindfulness, acknowledging I was uncomfortable in the particular position with some acceptance, and continuing to let that tape play while I decided to keep going with the poses. As it turns out, I didn't rip in half, and with a few modifications I chose for myself by paying attention to my own body's limits, I was able to move through the rest of the class. When you're hooked by your thoughts and you notice that it's happening, importantly, there's a choice point that you face. Do you keep doing something even though your mind says you can't? Or do you quit and retreat to the comfort of what's familiar? This is an individual choice you get to make over and over again with your metabolic health each day. And there's not necessarily a right answer because it will depend on your situation and your personal goals. But when you can unhook from your own thoughts, you actually get to choose what happens next. Number 4, taking perspective. This skill allows you to have an awareness of the big picture so you can put it all into perspective, all your successes and your challenges, and not just make decisions based on one point in time. When working towards a weight loss goal, and it's particularly hard, you can use perspective to visualize what success would look like and basically practice faking it till you make it. Do the behaviors that successful person reaching their health goals would be doing, and see what happens. Number 5, know your why. I already mentioned when you get confused about what matters, it's really easy to drop health goals when the going gets tough, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, you're not getting the support you deserve from others, or you're just not where you want to be. One way to figure out your why is to ask yourself what your specific health goal is, and then keep asking why until you run out of answers and hit a dead end. This usually involves asking why at least 5 or more times, one after the other. Lastly, the most important skill for flexibility is to just do it. Nike was really onto something here with their slogan. The best skill you can use to reach your metabolic health goals is doing what it takes, even when it's hard or even when you feel there are barriers. Setting realistic, digestible goals and simply putting one foot in front of the other every day to take one step towards your goal, regardless of all the reasons not to. And there will be many. Consistency and a spirit of experimentation here can be very helpful for your success. So to recap, being overly controlling of your metabolic health can be counterproductive, like swimming right up against a riptide. Dropping the struggle can help make it better. We've all experienced inflexibility at one time or other. To detect whether you're going down a recipe of inflexibility that's going to thwart your weight and metabolic health goals, look for the 6 ingredients of inflexibility, which are avoidance, distraction, being hooked by thoughts, difficult perspective taking, being confused about what matters, and inaction. For your best chance at success on your weight and metabolic health journey, you'll need to start developing the 6 skills that lead to flexible health behaviors so you can keep going when it matters most. These flexibility skills will be your best health coach. They are acceptance, mindfulness, unhooking from thoughts, taking perspective, knowing your why, and just doing it. Hopefully, you can start tuning into your own experience and body signals today to figure out which of these skills you might already be using and which ones might need a little bit more practice. Remember, these are lifelong strategies you can use, and research shows they have clear impacts on your metabolic health and weight. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Dr. Sarah-Nicole Bostan, Director of Behavior Change Strategy at Signos. Subscribe to our channel for more on metabolic health, and I'll see you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and tap the bell icon to be the first to get more videos like this one, and stay connected with Signos.